Hey guys, welcome back. Another edition of Off the Grill. A little late, I apologize. This fat pile of garbage you see in front of you had quite a migraine yesterday. Let me throw these fucking headphones on, even though I don't think it really matters. I don't talk to anybody on this show. But doesn't it look a little cooler? I don't know. Hey, isn't that Devon Graham? Hanging out in the chat there from the Firefly Family Podcast. Always screw up when I try to say that fast and cool. Go check their podcast. I don't remember the last episode, unfortunately. I know I think maybe last week was the last one I listened to. I think they went over all the I guess the final draft of the specs for the new Friday the 13th box set. Damn, they packed a lot of shit in there. You know, like that, and that's the thing that I like about it is that they took all the old shit and ported it over, and then like dumped a bunch of new shit on top of it. Because that's what I've hated. You know, from one thing to the other, one set to the other, fucking one set to then special edition DVDs and stuff. Like they'll change the features, you know. So, the cool shit, some of the cool commentaries and stuff that were put out on one set or one disc, they don't make it over, and it bugs the shit out of me. Like for the longest time, because I sold the From Crystal Lake to Manhattan, I think it's called that set. It was all 8 Paramount Friday the 13th entries. It had a great commentary with John Carl Buechler and Kane Hodder, and it just wasn't available on those red and black Ultimate Edition DVDs, which bummed me right the fuck out. Evil Dead, yeah, fuck that stupid movie. I'm sorry, I hate it. I know I popped in. I'm talking about the podcast proper, not the watch-alongs. My man, Zodiac Killer. Al from Philadelphia, from Russia, from fucking whatever, hanging out, doing a little Italian thing and with Suspiria. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, the part 3 commentary to it with shit. Basically, the whole cast. They got Paul Kratka, or whatever the fuck his name is. Larry Zerner. Dana, I can't remember Dana's name. Or no, Dana is her name. Chris is her character. Dana, what's her face there? Either way, everybody knows what I mean. So, you know, for those of you not watching, just listening, I've done the relatively new. I think it might be a reprint, unfortunately. You know, so I can't say I got the OG print, but yeah, Dana Kimmel. Thank you. Thank you, Devon Graham. And it's Devon Graham because I don't break kayfabe. This little Jason from Part 7 from Gutter Garbs. Go check them out. Buy their shirts. They're wonderful people. They get stuff out fast. For that matter, while I'm plugging people that don't pay me, I'll shoot a little Fright Rags love out there out of Rochester, New York. You know, my one of the cities I grew up in between Rochester and Buffalo. Fright-rags.com for them. And it's just guttergarbs.com for Gutter Garbs. That's pretty much the only fucking shit I wear, except for some of those nice plain black t-shirts I get from DXL. Because I'm a man of some heft, and they specialize in tall as well as fat. So I go a little 3X tall, because even a 4X doesn't fit me right. I look fucking weird. I walk around looking like I got my hand in the air, you know. I don't know why I'm raising my hand. You guys understand what the fuck that means. Jesus Christ, they suck. Anyway, sorry for that. But yeah, so I like that length. I need the length. If you look at me and someone that's probably a good 6-7 inches shorter, we have the same leg length. Al rocking a large thinks he's fucking cool. God damn it. That's right, Devon Grant, 3X in the house. But I stand next, I'm 6'5" and way overweight. Probably post COVID, I bet I fucking tip the scales at get close to 400. Not that I was hanging out too much under 400 before COVID, but it did get a lot worse, as I've documented. But I stand next to a normal sized man, and from the fucking foot to the waist, we're the same height. But from there on out, it gets stupid. I have a dumb torso. I hate it. Al is 213 pounds. He wears a large. He just wanted us to know that, I suppose. Basically, I think he's just trying to tell us he's a normal-sized human being and not a freak. So yeah, doing a little drive time action today. WOTG with you here this morning. So being that I had a migraine, I missed almost all of the football game, which I went out and paid for YouTube TV for that sole purpose, which is fine. I have it for the month, so it's not like I lost out on $70 or whatever. Gotta get that red zone action too, because I don't know. At some point, after I got a laptop, I started watching movies and playing video games at the same time. Al, this is a wake-up shit show, not a wake-up horror show. Horror. But, we'll do a little wake up, like Danny Tanner. But yeah, at some point in my life, I decided, okay, I have to always have something else running while I play video games. Most of the times it's podcasts and shit like that, or old radio shows, Ron and Fez, old Opie and Anthony shit, Come Town. Little Firefly family podcast when that happens. But usually, honestly, I listen to that on the way to work. Generally, I think they drop on Fridays, their actual podcast. I could be wrong. I don't know. I just, when I see it, I listen. Yeah, I'm like the Irish Howard Stern now. Also, I'm really cool. He's not. I kind of got a little juke curl going on in the beard. I gotta get that taken care of. Stay on top of that. It got unruly last time. It curls and it's embarrassing. And oh my god, look at curls up here. Okay, good. And it's not just me. Devon Graham has said the audio podcast is all over the place right now. So it's not me being a shitty listener for once. But looks like the next one's dropping on Monday, so definitely go out and check that out on YouTube. I think that's where else you put the audio podcast up, because I don't know. I just listen to it on YouTube. It's easy. Yep. Devon Graham and Christian Hanara got a little chemistry going, like Opie and Anthony back in the day, but they probably don't hate each other in real life, these two. That's a whole interesting fucking thing to go through. I mean, I think anyway. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I was a fan, but just the way that those two crashed and burned. Yeah, look for you on Apple. I think at the beginning, because I was gonna do the old download, subscribe, whatever, leave an awful message in the rating. Give me the 5 stars. Don't get me wrong, but I was gonna say some awful stuff. But I didn't see it, so maybe I don't know if that's recent or not. Al, you're a Shutter boy. That's another thing that's good to. Good. Yeah, checking my phone like fucking Jim Norton while I'm on the air, as it were. Yeah, Shudder's like Netflix for horror movies. They don't sponsor me, and they never would. $6 a month. You could pay $45 for the whole year, something like that. And that's what I did. I think maybe it's a little more, but I did the same thing with Shudder that I did with Full Moon Pictures. With Full Moon Pictures, yeah. Jesus, scatterbrained in the morning. That's what I'm gonna call this. No, we're going with Cuatro because I like the counting thing. Oh, espresso. It's all fucked up. I'm out of my the white chocolate syrup. But yeah, I got the Puppet Master box set. God damn it! Thank you, Devon Graham. And which I don't know. I think it was the that show I did with Lauren. Everyone kind of me and Al and a bunch of other guys came on. We were talking about Al. I'm gonna start saying it that way, just like with like almost a disdain to it, like Al Borland, from Tool Time or from Home Improvement. Which I mean, he was in Tool Time too. He was, so I guess I wasn't wrong. Whatever, but yeah, box set, and Piz jumped on towards the end. He's like, "Hey, look what I got!" And then Lauren went, "Oh yeah, well I got this," and then I told them all to shut the fuck up. And I grabbed this gigantic piece of shit box set that I'll probably never watch fucking any of them past the fourth one. So, but yeah, it's 12 discs of horse shit. I don't know what the fucking point of most of those movies are. Some I don't know, is it pro-Nazi propaganda or anti? I don't care, and I'll never find out. I don't know. When I was a little kid, I know I liked the idea of Puppet Master and all the puppets and shit, But that way, I was a child. I liked toys. Now I don't play with toys. Many in the horror community like to play with toys, and that's fine. Whatever you do in your own time is just fine with me. I hate this fucking green screen, which again, for those listening, doesn't mean anything to you. You're having just an awful time listening to the show instead of listening and watching. But yeah, anyway, so the music at the top of the show, I don't know what you fellas in the chat hear it, Al and Devon Graham. But that is a band called the Scarecrow Show out of Buffalo, New York, basically. We'll call it Buffalo. It's technically a pile of shit little nothing town called Delavan that we all grew up in. But I'm not in the band. Although I will take some success for the band. That whatever success they have, I guess. I mean, they were busting out shows before COVID, fucking kind of making a name locally for themselves. Shit happens. Those bars and shit are going to close up there. It's unfortunate, but I hope fucking once this stuff goes away, they can get back into making shit good. But it's a 3-piece band. Got guitar player Ray Cook. He's an old friend of all of ours. And then two brothers, a bass player and a drummer / singer. It's John and Ben Yukonevich. They're at this point in my life, I can't think of it. I don't have older friends, and they're like family. We do like Thanksgiving. I mean, especially when I lived back in New York, Thanksgiving together every year, all of us, their family, that shit. Easter usually, I think. Christmas they did with a different side of their family, and that were more like normal. So a little more high society kind of shit. But yeah, no, I miss them guys a lot being down here. But anyway, yeah, check their fucking music out. I guess they're on Spotify. I know for a fact they're on Apple Music. I believe they got a YouTube channel where all their shit. So they got live cuts too. Listen, you guys decide to Firefly Family Podcast decides to watch a movie. It's not a pile of horse shit, or any of its gay sequels. I'm in. I told you guys way back at the beginning of quarantine. As soon as you do Return of the Living Dead, I'm in. I'll hop right on. I'm always down to watch that movie. Al says that Neve Campbell is joining Scream 5. That's good, I guess. I mean, it's good to have all three. I think I kind of said that was kind of my position on that. It's like if they're not all three gonna, all three being Courtney Cox, David Arquette, and Neve Campbell. If they're not all three going to be in it, then don't do it at all. Obviously, a studio is not going to think that way, but you know, I'm a fan, so I get to pretend I have integrity. And to answer Al's question from before, no, there's no vodka in it. I'd never put. I don't like a white Russian, so I'd never do that. I like a black Russian. Oh, just black coffee, maybe a touch of sugar, some vodka. Good to go. Good to go. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I can figure out how to fucking get guests on this show. I'll get the Scarecrow kids up here or down here, whatever. Maybe when this all goes away, they'll just come down here and we'll do one. We'll figure out a way to fucking just do a straight up real podcast. What's for breakfast? I don't know because I've been up since 11 or so, 11 or 12. I don't know. It had to be 12 because I woke up after the fucking last night was scheduled. So I said, "Oh fuck it." I didn't really feel that good still. Still kind of like, out of it. Almost like punch drunk kind of thing. So I figured we'd do a little drive time. That was the plan about 2, 3 in the morning. And then I kind of stopped paying attention to the time. And then it got to be like 6:30. I'm like, all right, well, let's start getting shit together. Slowly got shit together. Waited for the roommates to leave because I don't want to hear a bunch of screaming in Spanish. I'm sure you guys would love it, but we're not doing that. And you just get distracted with shit in the process of, I should reorganize these chords or this, that, the other. I decided that I was going to break out the new set of pound of coffee I bought. I bought the Pike Place or whatever the fuck. Basically, the Starbucks' signature brand this time, which is different than what I usually go for. And I don't know that I like it that much, but I'll wait until the a new thing of syrup comes in, which should be today. I got a notification that it's out for delivery, so fingers crossed, because boy, oh boy, do I like a nice routine with my coffee. This shit's just got a little sugar and milk thrown into it. Yeah. But yeah, so watch a little NFL highlights before the show. Nice little 11-minute clip. Looks like Houston's going to have some trouble this year. They're probably going to miss the playoffs. Watson looked great, but he's got no one to throw. Like, he's got no good option to throw to now. So, while there's no one to, double, I mean, you just take away a guy. It doesn't matter. Like, you can almost just kind of play man on. And unless you got someone real slow, like, if you try to man on Will Fuller, he's going to just blow by you. But, unless you chuck him at the line and fuck with him. But they had the best wide receiver in the game. And you get the fuck out of here with that Julio Jones and that Michael Thomas talk. DeAndre Hopkins is the best wide receiver in the game. I don't care. So, through. And no, Al, I'm not betting with the Irish mob. That's foolish. I don't bet because I always lose. Doesn't matter how much of a lock, anything like that. If I bet on it, you're fucked. What the fuck is wrong with this thing today? I don't know. Just quit trying. Nope, that's too high. This is good, right? You want me to do this for another 40 minutes? Ah, bugging the shit out of me. Is that better? It's all grainy down here on this side. See it? You see this shit? Right in here. And I don't know why it does that. I don't know. I gotta get a better setup. It's literally just a fucking thing of green fabric hanging up. So I got my eye on like this whole setup. It's a stand. Shit hangs down from that. It's got clamps and everything. The thing that I bought, it came with 2 clamps, but it's not enough. Could you imagine that'd be some shit if I ended up on Sirius XM? Good God. Just yapping about horror movies and football in the morning. Just fucking... Well, let's throw a little wrestling in there, too, and just make it like a basement nerd's wet dream. No D&D, though. Fuck that. That's where I draw the line. It's too much. It's actually funny. One of the bouncers at one of our sister clubs, he's this big black guy. He's bigger than I am, even. He's like probably another 100 pounds. He's probably got close to 100 pounds on me. And he's 4 or 5 inches taller for sure, if not more. I feel like I'm saying 4 or 5 just to make myself feel better. But I don't know. He's not 7 foot, though. But, you know. So, yeah, probably is 4 or 5. He's a big dude. Nicest guy in the world, though. Big teddy bear. Just don't fuck with him. Like, he's like me. He's a good because he'll take a lot of shit and he'll talk you, just, kind of talk you down. But you get him and it goes over that edge. It's scary. But he literally on Wednesdays, at least he did before quarantine. I don't know what they're doing now. Maybe like they're doing Zoom D&D. But he was in a Dungeons and Dragons camp. I don't know, what do you call it? A league? Is it a D&D league? I don't think so. Devon Graham's football knowledge extends to Bobby Boucher. Well, that's better than nothing, man. Oh, they get the football in that movie all fucking wrong. Al asked if we get free food at work. You know what? Our fucking... The owner is such a cheap fuck that no, we do not. So here's the thing. We got a decent menu at both clubs. Any steak or seafood is full price. Everything else is half price. Okay. This man is worth probably $30 million. I mean, if you, liquidated everything. He's worth $30 million. You know what I mean? And also I've worked in restaurants. The overhead fucking, is shit on food, especially like a bar. It's not the reason they're there. People don't come into, I gotta get those chicken fingers. Hey, gotta go. Fuck off. So like, we got like a ribeye that's shitty. It's a real shit cunt fucking too. It's cheap ribeye. It's mostly fat, honestly. Yeah, I get there's fat marbled through it or whatever, but this is just fucking. There's definitely more fat than meat, and they're being thrown right on the grill, so the fat's not really rendering as much as it should. I don't know. Doesn't do it for me. Seafoods, but it's all frozen shit. So again, not very expensive. Just like frozen salmon fillets, frozen shrimp. And actually, that's the extent of the seafood. Oh, calamari. But yeah, so whatever. Different pastas and shit. The other club's got the one that the black guy works at has better pasta. They got raviolis and shit over there. So I'm a little jealous of that. But I also hate that club because it's full nude, which is not the reason I hate it. Don't get me wrong. I like that part. But it's also New Jersey. If you're full nude, you can't sell alcohol. So we don't sell alcohol. It gets delivered. And it can only be, you can only bring in, as you bring in your own shit, you can only bring in beer, wine, and champagne. These little cocksuckers, because it's so that makes it 18 and up as well. So these little cocksuckers will come in with like those little shots that you get at the at least in New York, you get them at the grocery store, like the little shot bottles, 1 ounce or 2 ounce, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. So they'll do that. They'll run to the bathroom and just fucking hammer a bunch of them and throw them in the garbage there. Those shots of Fireball and shit. But you also, as the security, you have to clean up the bar, or the stage rather, not the bar. They have a bartender. Gets hookahs and shit. But as I work at a go-go bar, so I don't get to generally see titties. I mean, I make them show me. I don't make them. They either do or they don't. But yeah, I work at a go-go bar. I'm not going to say the name anymore because, I used to when I do the streams and shit and not give a fuck, but I'm trying to kind of do something with this a little bit. So I'm not giving the name out anymore. But I'll say I live in New Jersey and it's a famous place. I'm not going to say anything else. You can use your imagination. But yeah, so as a security guy over at that club, you have to clean up after these fucking idiots when, they finish their beers or whatever the fuck. You got to throw them out. I don't like that. And also, I get a bad feeling about the club itself, like the building. It doesn't matter what's inside of it. Like, even if it was like a pet store, I would have I don't know. It feels weird. Like there's something. It's almost like some stupid horror movie shit. Like it's a presence. But yeah, But yeah, anyway, finish up the football talk because I don't have anyone here to talk with me about it. So I'll just kind of fucking sum it up. The Chiefs won, defending Super Bowl champs, 1-0. Texans 0-1. And it looks like Houston might have quite a few more losses this year just because they got the best receiver in the league. And there's really no one else that's good enough to really command as much respect as he did. Put it this way, they're not game planning for fucking a guy named Kiki or Will Fuller. David Johnson looked good last night for him, from at least as far as the highlights went. I didn't watch the whole game, as I said. I mean, as far as the Chiefs go, it's fucking business as usual. Mahomes is on fire. The running back they took in the first round, something Hilaire, whatever the fuck, some kind of like voodoo sounding name. That's going to get me canceled. Fuck. He looked good. Shit. So, their defense is a little better than suspect, I guess, but whatever. So I'll get off the sports now because that ain't the audience here. Although I'd like it to be at least partially. It's always fun to watch sports, man. Most sports. I hate soccer. I can't get into soccer. Like, I don't like boxing and shit either, but when it's on at the club, everyone's into it. It's fun. But, the Spanish people watch soccer at the club too, but quiet. There's not a whole lot of, like, celebration. But I guess there's also not a lot of scoring in soccer either. I don't know. They do not split their tips with me. I mean, unless they have a good night up in the VIP rooms, which is a private dance. You love baseball. I don't love baseball. That's another one I don't. I'll say this. I love to play baseball. I have a lot of fun with that shit. Running around trying to make catches in the outfield. And I play the outfield as an adult when I play because I sucked when I was a child. And that's where they just put you, You have fucking T-ball. 40. They put 40 kids out in the fucking outfield, and then they have, the kids that either know something or might know something down the line. They'll have them they'll actually work with them, But my hand-eye coordination just got better as an adult. I never played on a team after Little League, but I love to play it. It's fun. It's a fun game to play. I can't stand watching the fucking shit, though. It takes so fucking long, man. And these fucking networks just drown you out with commercials. So it takes even fucking longer. This seventh innings. Listen, and on top of the fact, with baseball, they invented just fucking a spot for commercials. It's a seventh inning stretch. Play them all there. Play it like a fucking podcast. Just put all the commercials in between shows. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I can't watch it, man. I'm sorry. So I feel like kind of a dick. Like, sports are fun. And then they go, not that sport. Not in my town. But so I don't know. I watched I wish I remember the guy last week. He gave me movie recommendations. Kid from the UK. It was Raw Meat. I think in the States there was kind of they call it Deathline, or I have it reversed. I don't remember. It's got 2 titles. It stars Donald Pleasance. It's from like 72, early. Real fucked up. And it's very weird too. It might be a 70s movie. The whole opening, I'm like, I've never seen a movie start this way. And I can't really explain what it was that I even saw. Like, this was before the movie started at all. It was like almost like some weird fucking jazz music or something. And like someone was just like panning over a poster. But they like shot all the titles and all that shit, all the cast and crew and shit. Not like legit credits, but like the opening credits. I can't think of fucking anything when I need to. It's my downfall. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, but you just fuck up sometimes. But so it caught me weird at the beginning, and it's fucking. It was a slow movie, but Donald Pleasance played a much different character than Dr. Loomis, and I liked it. He's just kind of like for lack of a better term, like a saucy British cunt. He's just like sarcastic and mean. And I want it fucking to find out that there's a movie that's just him doing that, like, for the whole time. It doesn't cut away to different characters or different things happening. There's not a whole lot happening in this movie. It was a fine movie, but there was a couple good little gore effects, simple shit, but the way they cut and some of the sound effects and shit, I think that's lost nowadays. I think too, being able to get a reaction out of a sound effect. They caught me off guard, but it's just like a little cannibal movie, set in the UK, set in London. I say the UK just because I don't want to offend people, but I think if someone from Northern Ireland hears me say the UK, they'll fucking try to stab me. So I guess I can't win as a fucking American because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a little fine movie. Fucking like I don't know, it was like a mine collapse or some shit back in the 1800s, and there was like people that were trapped down there, and I don't know, became cannibals, and then they finally kind of surface, and there's only one cannibal, is what's kind of fucked up about it. The movie must have cost like $20. That's a good sound to make on a podcast, you fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. I probably, if I didn't point that shit out, nobody would care. Devon Graham in the chat says Alone in the Dark bored the hell out of him, but Donald Pleasance was the best part of it. I still haven't watched that goddamn movie. I've had it in my watch later on YouTube because it was on there. I've had it on there probably close to a year at this point. Like, because I happened to be looking it up and just kind of, I came across it somehow. So I was looking at the Wikipedia shit. Probably a month before Piz Owl did his review. And so it's been on there as long as that video has been up, plus a month. And I just haven't gotten to it. I have a hard time with movies. I went through some shit last year, so it's kind of a fucking shitty time. Anyway, so I wasn't sleeping a lot, and then I was sleeping too much. And I hate watching a movie or starting a movie that I haven't seen if I'm not going to finish it. It's like if I feel like I'm even the slightest bit tired, I won't even start a new movie. So that backlog is fucking pretty lengthy. What else did I watch? Did I watch anything else this week? Anything new anyway? I don't know. I've been watching a lot of 2.5 Men. I don't know. I like that show. I like that show even after Sheen left. Like that's having a talk with a friend of mine. Happens to be black and trans. I'm not bragging. It's just what it is. It's fine. But we were talking about Michael Graves, and she's kind of bummed because that's one of her favorite artists. He's a terrific singer, decent songwriter, but he's a really terrific singer. It just bums her out that like he's kind of like directly against her, and like I kind of like, well, yeah, it's gay, and it sucks that he's just like a proud boy jerk off, but I have always been good at separating the art from the artist. And she kind of made a point I didn't think about because I'm a white man. Is that, yeah, well, it just sucks when he's directly opposed to you, you as a person. It's not, yeah, I'm white. He's not upset with me at all. He probably doesn't like me because, well, one, I slept in the fucking, they made me sit in the front fucking passenger seat the whole tour. And I decided to sleep the whole time, which is apparently what I found out after the tour, not what you're supposed to do. I don't know. I'm sorry. Fucking those big vans, they rock a lot. And I am just a giant baby. Yes, the Misfits guy, the second Misfits singer, not Glenn Danzig. But I'm like a giant baby, so that shit puts me fucking right out. I don't know what the fuck they wanted. I always I loaded in, I loaded out. Kept people away from people that kept people that needed to be away, and yanked people off stage, threw people off stage, depending on the size of the venue. Meaning that one place in fucking Michigan we played, there wasn't even enough fucking space for the whole band to fucking play on the stage. So I had like the drummer and the guitar player were on stage, and Michael and the bass player, Joe Vasta, JV Bastard, the bass player, Darrow Chemical Company, great band. Check them out. They're on everything. But so they're off the stage, like in front of him. So I'm off to the side, and like the guitar player's like leaning up against me because even he's barely got enough fucking. See him playing fucking a fake guitar like a fat retard. Jesus Christ, I hate myself. I hate everything that I do, and you guys should too. Anyway, yeah, back to the point. Like she pointed out that, like, yeah, well, like she didn't do it in a shitty way. She's like, it just sucks for me because me, meaning her, that it's like directly kind of the hate is directly pointed at me. And I'm like, oh, interesting. Just a story I wanted to tell. It has nothing to do with anything, but point being, like I watched a lot of 2.5 Men this week. Jesus Christ, I get off on tangents, and I'm like, yeah, man. You got to be able to fucking separate, the art from the artist with that fucking anything Charlie Sheen's done, because that man is a monster. Like, I heard this on a podcast, and maybe it's not completely accurate, and maybe it's a little exaggeration, but apparently, I think when he divorced Denise Richards, it came out just kind of in deposition, all that shit. I don't know. I say court words. I don't know what they all mean. So bear with me on that, but that, like, he just more or less openly just had child porn out and would masturbate to it. And like she walked in, like, oh my God, Charlie, can you stop? Leave me alone, I'm busy, was more or less what he said. That's just so fucking psychotic that it's funny. It's awful, and the man should be fucking euthanized, probably, but it's just so out that it's so fucked up that you almost can't believe it, and that makes me laugh. But yeah, that's a thing. Those are words. Does anybody know where I left off? I see Devon Graham, one of the people that could help me, decided to step out and missed that, which isn't, a big deal. But sorry, I'm doing a little promotion on Twitter. Or you can see me on Twitter at Deacon Taylor 66. I'm on Instagram too. I think that's Steak Sauce 66. Just to get the plugs out of the way. But yeah, I don't think I watched anything else. Definitely nothing new that I can think of. Christian Hanahara put up a video this week about the werewolf movies of 1981, and I've seen 0 of them. There are 4 that he went through. He said he wasn't sure if they made more that year, but I don't care if they did. I don't want to watch these 4. But I'm going to. But yeah, it's Wolfen, The Howling, An American Werewolf in London. They're all not Wolfen, but The Howling and An American Werewolf in London are kind of lauded for their special effects and the fact that they kind of, not in camera, but they kind of show the whole transformation. It's not like, oh, I'm changing, and they cut away and they cut back and it's a man in a fucking wolf hat. But I don't care about werewolves. They're not interesting to me. Honestly, all of the Universal monsters. I like the Frankenstein idea because that's, I don't know. It's almost like a zombie fucking realm or something. But I think it's a cool idea to fucking piece together a human, Dracula, like I like Dracula. I like fucking Bride of Frankenstein. I like the Mummy enough. But those characters, I don't know if it's just because like they're kind of like archetypal, like they're the ones that even like show up in cartoons, and maybe that's why too. But by the time I grew up, they were just like, yeah, let's throw Frankenstein in the Tiny Toons fucking short or whatever. But they don't do anything for me. I don't get excited when wow, there's a 30 days a night or 40 days a night or whatever the fuck. The 40-year-old virgin goes to fucking Transylvania. I don't know. Whatever the fuck it is. I don't care. But I mean, Frankenstein's going to be like, you don't call it, well, no one with a brain calls it a Frankenstein anyway. Oh, fuck, I didn't put the light. That's why this green screen looks like shit. Because I didn't move the light. Now what are you going to do? Devon Graham, I have not seen American Werewolf in London. Maybe before I take a nap before work, I will watch it today. Don't get your hopes up. It's on the list, though. It will be watched sometime. I just put my finger in salt. Good. Oh, but Al earlier asked what was for breakfast. And I've been thinking about it this whole time. It's not going to be breakfast because, I woke up and I ate leftover Papa John's. Which, Jesus, that sounds sad. But I warmed it up the right way, threw it in a little frying pan because I don't have a skillet, a cast iron skillet. A little butter on the bottom, infuse a little flavor in there, that crisped up. Then you pop a little water in there quick, let it fucking cover it, steam it, and god damn it, it's good. Not as good as fresh, but can't complain. So I guess technically that was breakfast today. Well, I did not work there for 6 years, Devon Graham, so I will eat Papa John's when it's the only thing open. Although that's not why I got it. I was watching the Are You Garbage podcast, which I recommend. You can find it on YouTube or the Gas Digital Network. I don't have a promo code for gas, so I'll give you that. AYG. They can wet their beaks. It's nice. Go there. You get a free 2-week trial. I'm just giving other people money. I'm a magnanimous kind of guy, I guess. But I don't know. They went over they had a contest people to send in their garage fridges or basement fridge. And one guy had a pizza in there, and myself as well as one of the hosts were pretty sure it was a Papa John's box, and I just fucking couldn't get it out of my head. I don't even like it especially. Pizza Hut's way better as far as chain pizza. And I have a really good pizza place around here that does thick crust. It's the closest I can get to a Buffalo style pizza down here in New Jersey, the Dirty Jazz. I just didn't want to go there. Also, I think I only had Uber money. Well, I like pineapple. And if you're one of those judgmental piles of garbage that get on people for liking a little fucking Hawaiian pizza, I'll say I guess that's fine. There's room in the world for both of us. More Hawaiian pizza for me, I suppose. I love you too much there, Devon Graham, to, throw away a budding friendship over a pizza. But this one, I went the spicy Italian sausage, pepperoni, and banana peppers. The sausage was different. I don't usually throw the sausage on there, but usually I'll go with black olives or onions. I don't throw too many. I don't go nuts with toppings on pizza. No, honestly, my favorite slice of pizza is just a plain, outside, the Jersey pizza. Anyway, it's just I go to a pizza spot, just plain mushroom and cheese. I don't like the big flat pepperonis. Buffalo uses what I only know I call them cup and char. It's the little pepperonis. They're the size of a penny or so. They're kind of thick. They're thick sliced, and they cup and they char. It's like they cup up and fucking all the pepperoni oil kind of like gets trapped in the cup. It's just fucking, it's nasty, delicious shit, man. And I don't know anywhere down here that makes it like that. It has that kind of pepperoni. And Buffalo tends to have a little thicker crust. And I like that too. So I bought a giant thing of pork rinds from Costco this week. That has nothing to do with anything. And I bought a bottle of Frank's Red Hot. Because I like to put Frank's Red Hot on pork rinds. Something really fucking terrible happened. I don't know why. But I put the Frank's. There's nothing wrong with the Frank's. I've used it. I tasted it by itself. And a couple other food items too. It's fine. And the pork rinds are fine by themselves. I went to put the Frank's on the fucking pork rinds. I eat one, and it tasted like how almost as bad as it smells when someone makes chitlins. And I thought, okay, well, maybe that was just that one. So I tried another. Same thing. So I've got a giant fucking tub. It's a tub. It's fucking huge. Like the same kind of tub you get cheese balls in. Yeah, a giant tub full of pork rinds. And I can't put the hot sauce that I bought on it. I got to steal my fucking El Salvadoran roommate's hot sauce, which admittedly is a good shit. It's a Chapulas or whatever the fuck. We had some Valentinas for a while, and I keep forgetting to order it because I order my groceries now. I got used to it. Also, New Jersey's fucking Northern Jersey is grossly overpopulated. So to go to a store in normal store hours is an exercise in futility. So I don't do that. So I used to go and shop at Walmart after hours, 3, 4 in the morning. Can't do that now. They close it like fucking 7 o'clock at night. I don't know. Maybe not that early, but they're not open 24 hours anymore. And it's horse shit. And I hate it. It's also a good time to get that self cash out discount. I'm winking for those just listening. Kidding, I totally paid for everything, man. Whatever. But yeah, I got used to it with the COVID shit anyway. And it's nice because we have a Wegmans, which is a chain that originates out of Rochester, New York. And it goes there. They have stores up and down the East Coast. I don't know how far west it extends. Probably not very far. But they sell a lot of other Buffalo food items that I enjoy. That I can't get at other stores here. Like there's Bison brand French onion chip dip. Nothing else is good as far as like dips go for chili. Hell of a good gets close, but it's not the same. There's that piece of shit French onion dip that Lay's puts out that's in the glass jar. That stuff literally made me fucking throw up. It's so gross. They should not be able to call that French onion dip. What the fuck else? They sell pizza logs, which I'm pretty sure is like a region. It's like a Western New York kind of thing. It's bar food, of course, because most of the shit from Buffalo is bar food. Uh, but basically, it's like an egg roll, except instead of any egg roll things, any of the egg roll things that you'd think of, like the fucking shredded veggies or whatever, fried pork, get all that shit right the fuck out of it. And in its place, a lot of mozzarella cheese and pepperoni. Deep fry those cocksuckers. And then you serve those with a side of marinara. Delicious. Devon Graham eats bean dip. I almost said it seems like I'm saying something untoward. Like I shouldn't be letting that out of the bag. Devon Graham eats bean dip. Pass it on. But bean dip? Isn't bean dip just fucking refried beans? I need clarification on that because that's all I think of when someone says bean dip. In which case, I'd say, yeah, that sounds like a lovely time. I can't imagine using that on a potato chip though. That's my only thing. That seems like tortilla chip only. Maybe a corn chip. A nice corn chip. We get the best corn chips. I like a corn chip. Scoops. Is what I meant. I like scooped corn chips, not the fucking regular small ones. Guy Fieri over here. Oh, Gibbs. Old retro cack. What's going on, young man? Good morning to you. Fritos. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Like I know the can. I see the can all the time. It's next to like the fucking that little like 1 inch tall can of fucking jalapeno cheddar cheese dip. I wish they made that shit in a bigger thing. Because I like to get those like dark russet potato chips. I don't even fucking know what brand puts those out. Basically, it's like, hey, we're gonna burn these chips and put them in a bag for the freaks. And me being a freak, I do like to go ahead and dive in to the burnt potato chips. But they're good with the cheese sauce, but there's just so little of it, and it's for whatever reason it's a tiny little fucking can of cheese, and it's $42. I don't get it, so I end up stuck with the shitty like the salsa con queso horse shit the Tostitos puts out. And it's like I don't want peppers, I don't want like little spicy peppers. All right, I just want cheese sauce. I could deal with the jalapeno flavor. That's cool, but the skins on those peppers gets like caught in your teeth and shit. It's not for me. So I'm talking about fucking potato chips. So this podcast has peaked and is on the way down pretty fast, like a plane going into a building. Oh, maybe this wasn't the day to talk about that. Use that fucking analogy or simile. Which one is it? I don't know. I passed English, but I forgot it all. But yeah, it's the anniversary of 9/11. What is this, 19 years? No, 18. No, 19. It's 2020, you fat idiot. 19 years ago. We all got rounded up and thrown in the fucking gym. We thought a crazy man was outside. Because previously, that's the only time that had happened. But I went around, and the rest of the day, there's teachers like crying and shit. You have no real reason, no real understanding why. Like they didn't say anything about it to us until the end of the day. So we're just running around with like teachers crying and shit. Going to classes and lunch, and I was in 4th grade. Right? No. Yeah, it had to be. Yeah, I was in 4th grade. yeah. Fourth grade, kind of right in the middle of the WCW, ECW invasion. The Alliance, as they were known, had invaded the WWE. And we get a bunch of cocksuckers in planes. They all came out on the stage that night because they did a taping, I think, in Houston, Texas. Broke kayfabe. They broke kayfabe. Sons of bitches. I don't know. They just fucking said, we're going to keep entertaining, goddammit. And at the time, that was a nice thing. I was like, oh, cool. That's patriotic and nice. And now they said the same thing when the COVID started fucking making its rounds. And then, 19 years later, they said the same thing. They go, we're going to keep entertaining, in these troubling times. And now it just comes off as greed. Probably because they haven't been entertaining in fucking 15 years. But that's neither here nor there. But that's something I've been doing the last couple of years on 9/11, actually. Doesn't make any sense to do it, I don't really think. But I don't know. It's just become a tradition for me. There's an old radio show. It's been defunct for about 5 years now. Anyone that listens to Bennington on Sirius XM, whatever the fuck, might be aware. There's an old show called Ron and Fez. They came on, they're kind of loosely affiliated with Opie and Anthony. They started in Florida. These Ron and Ron. It turned into Ron and Fez. I'm not going to go through. Maybe someday we'll have a long form kind of breakdown of that shit, but today's not the day, I don't think. Anyway, so they ended up in New York on terrestrial radio back when that mattered. New York was the number one market in radio. And it's not Tampa. Fuck you, Mike Calta. I'm in a top 20 radio market. I do a podcast as a hobby. As he says on the show he does with his fucking supposed friend that fucking podcasts, for a living. Kind of makes his living off of it. More or less invented it too. Or Robert Kelly. Mike Kelta's a faggot, mostly. He used to be known as Cowhead. He was a fucking stunt boy for a shock jock radio show. Fuck him. Sorry, I just don't like him very much. And he's ruined a podcast that I like. So, all right. Anyway, as I was saying, Ron and Fez ended up in New York. I think they came on at that point. They don't have an era in New York for a couple months. I think maybe it had been a year. Anyway, so that shit happened in the morning. 8 a.m. or whatever. Opie and Anthony was doing like afternoon drive time. 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So they kind of did a similar thing. Just kind of talking. People were calling in. Because all that shit had just happened. The fucking smoke and the ash was just everywhere. But Opie and Anthony and Ron and Fez, they both, just kind of became a place to fucking call in and talk with people. And just, whether it was to kind of reassure or, let people, hey, I'm alive, and it kind of, it stayed that way for about a week and a half. But it's just so, I don't know the fucking right words even to use to explain it. It's not harrowing or anything like that, but to listen to something like that and the fact that it was captured and it's the radio fans are a bunch of fucking nerds, so someone's got it on a hard drive and it'll always exist even if fucking YouTube ceases to exist. I don't know. Maybe I'll throw, after this goes up, I'll throw it in a link, but it's like a 4-hour fucking, it's the whole broadcast, sans the commercials of them just kind of talking to and reassuring people from November 11th, 2001. I think, probably do that and call it a day for a couple of hours and get back up and go to work. But it's been fun. It's been another one, the fourth one. I'm shocked it's lasted this long. Are you? So, yeah. Share this around for me, please. Let people know. Subscribe, like, fucking all that stuff. Share. I think I got a sponsor in the works. Maybe some T-shirts coming. It'll just be this logo here. Probably on a white shirt, maybe gray. I don't know. Still in the process of getting that to look good and look right. So I don't know. What else? Yeah, probably like a Facebook page or something soon. I'm not going to bother with a Twitter because they like to just fucking ban my shit for no reason. So, as far as the show Twitter goes, catch me on Twitter as myself, Deacon Taylor 66, or on Instagram, where I don't really post at all, but I generally like to like things. So, if you're looking for likes and shit, hit your boy up. On Instagram, it's steaksauce66, I'm pretty sure. Again, I want to shout out the Scarecrow Show. Check them out. Fucking killer band. They're on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. It's good stuff. That song to open the show here was The Witch off their second EP album, whatever the fuck. I don't know. People just call things, so I'm going to call it an album. They can call it an EP if they want. That's their choice. So, yeah. Take it easy, everybody, and remember,